The Total Media Sports Network presents Boyd County Lions Soccer live on Kool TV. Now let's go to the Boyd County Athletic Facility for pregame coverage of Boyd County Soccer live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening for game number 2 here tonight as Boyd County and Russell in girls action will square things off. As the boys took game 1 3-2, the visiting Red Devils knocking off Boyd County in come-from-behind fashion. So now the girls will play things under senior night tonight on what has been a very wet evening here in Cannonsburg. Five seniors this year for Boyd County. They were all recognized before the game. Aubrey Moore, Maddie Stevens, Whitley Henry, Faith Burnside, and Cheyenne Burke. We'll get our starters here in just a second as soon as we get going. Russell's going to possess first. They'll be in the white jerseys tonight. Boyd County in the typical black home jerseys. And this Boyd County team, 9-2-2 on the season. Russell on the other side, though, 9-1-3. They only lost their first game of the season when they lost to Woodford County. And we are underway. So for Russell, in goal is Gabrielle Williams. She's joined on the pitch by Addison Conley, Sophia Bagby, Kaylin Howard, Emma Stamper, Haley Daniels, Lainey Hensley, Ava Barker, Lily Irvin, Shelby Campbell, and Gracie Miller. For Boyd County, Aubrey Moore, Viv Allen, Savannah Henderson, Maddie Stevens, Reagan Smith, Alyssa Perkins, Faith Burnside, Cheyenne Burke, Eden Henderson, Lauren Kraft, and in goal tonight is Emily Bush. A driving rain as it is coming down in buckets right now. Again, we are indoors this evening, so only the one camera operational as we were not able to get outside due to the weather. So there's going to be some camera angles that are a little tricky with us. Just bear with us. They may not look level and they may be half blocked, but we'll do everything we can to bring you the action here. If you're sitting at home watching this one in the comfort of your living room and in dry conditions, because there is nothing dry here at the stadium. Russell playing with possession much of the first minute and a half here. And these are two teams that can strike quick. Maddie Stevens trying to turn it up toward either Burnside or Henderson there. Here's Russell working with it down to the right side of the box now. As this one trying to turn across the end line is going to be a goal kick. That was Emma Stamper that gave that one a swing. Ava Barker leads the team with goals with 12. Emma Stamper has 8. Sophia Bagby with 7. Faith Burnside, 37 goals. She was honored at halftime of the boys' game for her 100th career goal that she scored back earlier this season. Aubrey Moore, 11 goals, 21 assists on the team this year. Emily Bush has been solid in net for the team, only a sophomore. That was something talking with Olivia Pennington in the preseason. One of the things she talked about was, she lost her entire back line, a big graduating class from this team last year, and just trying to find the pieces of the puzzle that worked. Skylar Rogotsky worked back there in net early in the season after Bush took an injury after the first game and played well back there and really did a good job of keeping this team afloat, essentially. But Bush has really settled in nicely of working in net. Here's Moore. She'll work it up that left side, trying to get it out to Henderson. But playing well out of the box there was Williams. And she's a player that's not afraid to work high, and that's something Russell will do. They'll play extremely high with the defense. Working forward on the far side there is Reagan Smith. It's going to be Viv Allen on the throw. And now throwing for Russell. Russell makes the turn. Kaylin Howard trying to play it forward. Aubrey Moore steps too. And Savannah Henderson trying to boom it up ahead, looking toward Eden or Faith Burnside. Here's Howard working down in that right corner. Savannah Henderson chasing her there. And let's see if we're going to get a corner for Russell. We will. Savannah Henderson announcing her commitment to University of Kentucky to play softball about a week ago. So big congratulations to her on that. Get a heck of an athlete on the pitch, but she is remarkable on the softball field. And she's headed down to play for Rachel Lawson and the Cats. Corner kick coming up for the Red Devils. Low driving kick. And right in the midst. And a nice save early on from Emily Bush. Most important thing you've got to do in a rain like this is you've got to find a way to make certain to get a clean grip with the mitts. And that means trying to pin it toward your body, get that ball to where it doesn't hit the mitts and slip through or can pirouette and come off of your gloves or carry them away from your body and allow somebody that's chasing on a trying to play that runner for that ball that kicks away and trying to punch it in there on a trash goal. We nearly saw a couple of those happen in the boys' game. And here tonight with this rain, it has slowed down somewhat. You can still see it on your screen there. But it has been raining much of the day today. We got senior night festivities in pretty dry conditions after we had an absolute torrential downpour before it started. It stopped long enough to let the girls get their senior night festivities in and then got going for the boys. And then it was kind of a little bit of a rain through the first half, and then we got ready to start the second half, and the buckets opened up again. There's Maddie Smith that will turn that one away. Or Maddie Stevens, excuse me. So throw in Russell. That's Olivia Irwin. Elise Perkins trying to chase this one down. Russell will beat her to the punch. And throwing Russell far sideline. And two of your top teams right here in the 16th region. Good ball down inside the box, but this one's sent over the upright end off the high net above the screen, or the screen net there on the back line. So another corner kick coming up for Russell. Good ball down in the box. And a good job there by Cheyenne Burke to finally clear that one out of there. That's a dangerous ball. That many touches down inside the box. And again, another high hop off the turf. And Bush will boom it away. Here's Eden Henderson trying to win position, but Kaylin Howard will settle. She'll play it right up the middle, looking out for a through ball. As this one gets lost down into the corner. Stevens playing good defense. There's a left-footed swipe and a nice defensive play on the back line. Burnside battling for position. Here's Livy Irwin. Russell playing with it outside the 18. As Ava Barker tries to take it to that right side. And as she gives it up, it's going to tumble across the end line. Cheyenne Burke with a goal kick coming up for the Lions. Moore tries to settle that one down, loses it for a moment, then regathers. Trying to play a through ball out near side. They had Eden Henderson there, but she's offsides. Now, you like the move there. Again, one of the things you're taught to do as a forward, especially when you're playing up alone, is try to see how far up you can get before you get caught off. And Russell did a really good job there when Moore tried to play that through ball up of just stepping off. And it's one of the things you have to watch as a forward. You cannot let that defense step off and get you offsides. Right now, Russell doing a great job of keeping the ball away from number 11. The teams that have had success against Boyd County, that's what they've done. They've kept the ball off the feet of Faith Burnside. And any time that the ball got near her, it was double and triple teams. Near side of Gracie Miller. She'll play it down this left corner. Turned across the top of the 6, and nice job there by Viv Allen to turn that one away. And Russell's coach, I could hear him from here, said, why are we not crossing? Or crashing, excuse me. It was a great opportunity on a good bowl. And it's going to be another Russell corner. As Gracie Miller will take to that far corner. I can't tell if that's Gracie Miller or Haley Daniels. The numbers are so tiny. Actually, it's not going to matter. They're just going to touch it off and go with it. Here's Howard. Burnside working against her. Russell patiently playing, working up that right side, trying to build from that corner. So far, Boyd County doing a good job of limiting those touches. Here's Reagan Smith with a run up that left edge. Trying to play it out ahead, and I'm going to say that she is all out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in coming up for Russell. Just over 11 minutes gone here in the opening half. It's been Russell in control, but so far it's stayed out of the net. Perkins turns that one back into the middle. Now Russell settles and trying to build down the middle of the field. And the ball finds its way through as Henderson tried to clear it. Bush was right there to take it away. And Skylar Rogotsky's set to check in. So it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Russell. And a good job there by Boyd to take that one away, but the pass is intercepted. As Livy Irwin steps to. Here's Burnside. Sends Simpson over top. Keeper way out of her box. A long way from home. That's something I've heard somebody from Boyd already say. So the keeper is out of the box. You got to play some through balls and play some long balls trying to get it over top. Russell down in the corner. A good ball near side. This is at the feet of Addison Copley. Boyd turns it away again. Here's Stamper. And a big swing there off the feet of Kaylin Howard. But nobody from Russell crashing. As that one again kicked away from the keeper. That's what I was talking about a few moments ago. Is it's wet. It is just a driving. It's a drizzling, a little bit more of a drizzle rain, kind of a steady rain now. And this one's wide of the goal, and it'll be a goal kick coming up. Here comes Rogotsky in. As she's going to replace Eden Henderson, excuse me. Cheyenne Burke will play it forward, one of the 5 seniors this season. Moore plays that one up in the air, but Russell wins it on the second touch. Good job there by Maddie Stevens to win that physical battle. Plays it to Moore, off to Burnside. Burnside working with it in the middle. Here's a ball out near side. They were playing it off, and they had Rogotsky trying to make the run, but she was offsides. Boyd has been stuck on the defense most of this game. The question is can they find a way to play a ball through on a long ball and a run to get where the goalie's going to have to backpedal to get back to her box? Because they've got Gabrielle Williams. She's playing up at times almost 25, 30 yards from her home. Russell wants to go quick on the throw-in. Stamper, nice ball up ahead, but nobody there. Boyd County takes it away. And that's one of the things right there that you'll see on a wet night like this. You'll get those missed touches on a ball when your foot hits the turf and you don't sit exactly the way you want to, and then you go to contact the ball and your cleat just kind of slides off the side of the ball and you just don't get a firm touch on it. We saw it a lot in the boys' game, especially in the second half when the rain really got going. Burnside plays it ahead. Williams all the way out top as Rogotsky could not get there. Good job on the back line there by Lauren Kraft, one of those center backs for the Lions. Here's Bagby trying to get the end line. Down inside, rolls it across the top. Nobody there. Everybody kind of froze. They were in positions to crash and just froze. Now Reagan Smith. Something Boyd has not had a lot of possession on their half of the offensive attack. Burnside looked that one ahead, and this one pinballed off of a player, and they'll get an inadvertent handball, so a free kick coming up for Russell. This one sneaks through, but Williams is there again. Miller quickly puts it in play. Nice attempt on a through ball there, and Kraft steps two. Now Burnside looking ahead out to Rogotsky on a runner. Again, the one thing that Russell does a really good job is they fill those lanes defensively, and you're trying to thread a needle to get somebody out on a through ball. How if you get it through there, everybody's beat. Here's Rogotsky. Works it off to the right side now. Trying to get the angle. And defensively, Addison Conley steps in there and takes it away. Burnside trying to play up. Now they get it to her feet. Here's Faith. Had it for a moment, loses it. Now Henderson with a push as she goes across midfield. A free kick coming up for Russell. And they don't wait, they go. They play it out to the near side. Addison Conley trying to bend off that left corner. Cheyenne Burke beats her to the punch and takes it away. Burke, as she tried to turn it upfield, lost it off of her cleats, so it's a throw-in Russell, but a great defensive play there by Cheyenne. Here's Howard working in the middle. And a nice swing by Livy Irwin. Bush doesn't get much on the kick, and Russell's able to step to immediately and win it out of the air. Howard. Kraft steps two. She'll start a push. Coming off her back line. Finds it at the feet of Burnside. Burnside plays it through. Had a grand idea there as Kraft released, but they could not get it through. Savannah Henderson on the back line. A little miscommunication there between Stevens and Burke as one thought they were going one way and the other was going the other. And ends up in an incompletion basically on the pass attempt, and a turnover. It gives it back to Russell. And the Red Devils working down the end line as Perkins gets knocked off of her feet, and a corner kick coming up for Russell as we've reached the halfway point of the opening half. Henderson set to check back in for Boyd County in their next available opportunity. But first, a Russell corner. It's got to be their fifth or sixth in the first half. Doesn't get much on that one as Burnside will step two. Looking back out top to Rogotsky, but nothing there but white defenders. And then a push by Maddie Stevens. So a free kick coming up for Russell just outside the 18. So Emma Stamper lifts this one high and off the upright of the football. Henderson back on as Stevens will step off. That was off the far sideline, a throw-in coming up for Boyd. It's no secret this is going to be a matchup of a defense versus an offense. Boyd is going to be stuck on the defense much of the night. As a bad throw-in now doesn't go inbound, so it goes right back to Russell. And they should say that ball never came in, so that ball should go right back to the spot it was thrown from. Good call there by the official. Again, when you make a throw-in, if the ball never comes in play, it goes back to the point of the throw-in, not where it looked like it went out of bounds, because it never came inbound. So it goes back to the original spot. So a corner kick coming up for Russell again. This one out top. This is a dangerous ball down outside the 6. Nice job there by Savannah Henderson to turn that one out of there. Burnside booms it back across midfield. And Gabrielle Williams comes all the way out to get it. Irvin turns it downfield. Bagby trying to play it ahead. Stamper, that looks like a cast on her right hand or some form of a brace or something wearing on that right hand. You can see it. It's a big black brace there. There's a good ball down the right corner. And nice job defensively on the back line by Elise Perkins to turn that one away, but another corner kick coming up for Russell. Again, the the adage is that eventually you keep hitting those corners, one's going to find a way through. That one can't be saved in, as trying to get to it was Livy Allen. Substitute coming on for Boyd County as Bella Trimble will check in. As Rogoski will take a seat. Maddie Stevens at the flag. She'll have to wait till the next opportunity. She was not there. Again, not like in basketball where you can rush up when the play stopped and get into the game. If you're not there before the play stops, you have to wait until the next substitution opportunity. Here's a ball out ahead. Williams steps up and fires them another far sideline as she was looking at a face full of Faith Burnside coming at her. And this one's sent out of bounds. Throw in Boyd County. Quickly trying to play it up the line. And Russell takes it away. Ball out top. Missed touch on the swing by Emma Stamper. It was a really good ball just out top of the 6. And again, Stamper just due to a wet ball, wet surface, not able to get exactly the footing that she wanted onto the contact that she wanted. You can kind of see when it came off of her foot, it just did not have a lot to it. You run into that on nights like these. There's a ball out ahead. Trimble trying to run it down, but Williams comes off of her line. Not that she's been anywhere near her line. She's been about 30 yards from her line most of the night. Boyd's got to find a way to get a ball out top and get it over top of her. Again, when she's out of her box like that, she cannot touch it with the mitts. She has to play with her feet. She's no different than any other player on the field until she steps back inside that 18. Russell, a nice ball up the near side. Lauren Kraft, though, thwarts that one away before Kaylin Howard could get it going. Stamper with a big swing of the foot. Viv Allen is there, and Kraft steps to and sends it up the far line. Still scoreless inside of 14 minutes to play here in the opening half. Russell has been on the attack from the word go. But the Boyd County defense has been stellar. Reagan Smith trying to get it, but can't settle it at her feet. Russell will turn up that right edge again. A great save there by Bush as Sophia Bagby tried to put it to net, but couldn't find the connection. They come back to Bagby on the near side. A lot of contact there with Stamper. Every kick that Bush puts in the air is getting intercepted before it makes it to a Boyd County player. Now Burnside works with it out top. She is walled in between 6 different players. It was literally Burnside and 6 white jerseys around her. Here's a ball out in front. Trying to run it down there was Trimble, but Williams steps to and booms it down to the other end. Russell slows things down as Irvin will take it off to the far sideline. Russell trying to work down in that far corner again. Here's Burnside trying to turn it out toward Trimble. Irvin with a left foot touch coming near side looking for Bagby. Here comes Stevens back on. As looks like Savannah Henderson's going to step off. No, excuse me, that's Eden Henderson. So Cheyenne Burke with the goal kick. Again, Boyd having to play defense off the kick. Nice job there by Maddie Stevens, but quickly taken away. Nice ball down to the left side. And nicely defended there by Cheyenne Burke as Irvin was making a push up this left side. And a corner kick coming up for Russell in the near corner. Bagby trying to get a touch to take it out to the right side. Irvin sends this one toward the goal, and right there's Bush. Maybe waited a little bit too long. You'd hear the coach saying, shoot it. She was trying to size that one up and may have taken just a tad too long and allowed Bush to get a good read on it. Approaching 10 to play in the half. Irvin takes it into the middle. That's at Ava Barker's feet. She'll work down in that right corner. Barker trying to turn the corner. Savannah Henderson hounding her step for step. Loses her footing, no whistle, and now we're just playing a little basketball as they're boxing each other out. Tries to hook around her, and she's going to lose her shin guard and pick up an infraction on a foul. And we got a stoppage in play. They were trying to stop due to the player trying to get the shin guard fixed. So clock never stopped. So we'll try to pick back up where they were on the clock itself. Here's Moore. Playing up that left edge. Good ball there that's taken away. And Boyd County with a chance down on the far line. That's Trimble. Moore comes up to try to provide some help. It's a throw in for Boyd County. Best opportunity the Lions have had in this contest with the ball. There's Burnside with 2 on. She sends it down toward the net and a one-hopper into the midst of Williams. She'll quickly roll it off, and here comes Russell. Good ball in the middle. Viv Allen sends that one back down. This is a loose ball. Williams well off her line, step 2, and sent that one back up. That was a dangerous moment there for Russell. This one comes near sideline. It's going to be a throw-in for Boyd County. Cheyenne Burke to launch it. Burke with a drop in at Moore. Boyd will switch fields, take it to the opposite side. And then a whistle and a foul as Viv Allen gets knocked off of her feet. Scoreless thus far. Just over 7 to go here in the first. It's been Russell on the offense for just about all of the 32-plus minutes that we've played here so far. But Boyd County defensively has done some good things. Here's a good ball. That's something that Boyd needs more of right there, are those long balls. They can try to mount an attack at Williams, who comes way off of her line. Here's Burnside that steps 2, wins it out of the air at midfield, trying to play it back up near side. But lost that one out of bounds off the side of the foot. And it'll be a throw in Boyd County. First, Henderson back on. As coming off for Boyd, that's Trimble. Looked like she was trying to stretch out a cramp or a hip flexor when she got tangled up on this last ball here a moment ago. Good opportunity here with Burke. Looking down into the corner, trying to get it to Burnside. Burke wins the position. Russell turns it back to midfield. We get a push off and a free kick coming up for Boyd. It's out of 6 to play here in the first. Moore. Now Burnside with 2 on. Loses it off her foot. There's Ava Barker starting the run. Looking right side, trying to play it ahead. And coming off her line and grabbing that one's Emily Bush. And we stay scoreless. Russell trying to build down that far line, trying to get it back into the 6. And a ball that finds its way through. And Russell grabs the goal. Off the feet of Emma Stamper. And Russell takes the 1-0 lead.
Middle. Right here. Look down.
Trying to yell at me to fix the clock. Wrong window, guys. So Stamper with the goal. That puts Russell up 1-0. This is where things really get difficult for Boyd when you've tried to pack it in and play as tight defensively as you can. And Russell has done pretty much everything to keep the ball away from you to where you're playing defense the entire first half, and now you find yourself down a goal. For Stamper, she nets her 9th goal of the season. Russell trying to add to their win total for the year as they come in 9-1-3. A good crossing ball. This one, a dangerous moment there for Boyd, but they played it nice defensively. But Russell's going to get another corner out of it as Emma Stamper will go to the far line. Trying to put this one back up to where it can get around frame. As we approach 4 minutes to play in the first half. Boyd volleyball rolling tonight on senior night. Last time I looked, they were up 2-0 in the match against Martin County. Here's Burnside, clears this one out. Trying to run it ahead. Faith with a step up that left edge. Slows things down a little bit, lets some players gather. Playing down in the corner. And they get Eden Henderson off sides. Grand idea there, just could not get it to her while she stayed on. So the point of where she goes off sides is a free kick. Russell quickly puts it in play. Good ball up the near side, but Bagby's not going to be able to run that one down. Now Burke. First sub, Rogotsky back in. And Cheyenne Burke will take a break. So we'll put Rogotsky, on the back line. Aiden Henderson fighting for position. You got a little guy over there doing the ball boy work for this game, and he's a little place of everywhere, and there's balls flying every direction when one goes out of play. You can see him right there wearing the little red penny jersey. He's been step for step for the players up and down that sideline. Burnside playing from behind, working against Barker. "90 seconds to play in the first half. Russell wanting to bring it near side, finally gets it switched as their coach is calling for. Circle the wagons, though, and take it back to the far side as Irvin looks it down that right side as we approach 1 minute to play in the half. This one will roll across the end line and a goal kick coming up for Boyd. The equalizer at the moment, a Stamper goal in the 35th minute. That's the deciding factor in this contest right now. Kraft sends this one off to the right side, right at the feet of Russell, though. Burnside plays it defensively. Russell settles things down. Irvin working with it with 30 seconds. Russell trying to sneak in a late goal here in the first half. Bagby from the near corner. Maddie Stevens all over her. And Stevens defended it nicely. The ball never went out. Ball comes back up near side as that was finally going to drift out of bounds, and that's going to take us to the half.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Halftime here in Cannonsburg, and Russell leads it 1-0. Halftime show will return after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Sprinkles! Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewis, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
Halftime here with Russell leading Boyd County 1-0. The lone goal in the 35th minute by Emma Stamper as she punches it in to makes the deciding factor thus far in this contest. Up for Boyd next. They'll be back here Tuesday night against Cabell Midland. That'll be the final home game of the season. 6:30 first kick. We'll be with you beginning at 6:20. And then they go on the road to East Carter on Thursday, October the 2nd to close out the regular season. Looking ahead for Russell, they've got Barton County next Tuesday. That game at 8 o'clock, and that'll wrap up their regular season of play. But where it stands at the moment, Russell, with the only loss on the year coming in their first game of the regular season, they fell 3-0 to Woodford County. And their last 4 games, a 1-1 stalemate with Minford, 9-0 over Fleming County, 5-1 over Ashland, 3-3 tie with Huntington on Saturday, and then here tonight trying to pick up the win over Boyd. And what would then put them into the regional tournament, as the winner of this game will basically get the top seed, as both teams are 1-0 in the district. Both have beaten Ashland. And Ashland will play the winner of, or the loser of this game as the visitor on the scoreboard when the district tournament gets going. 1-0 at the half. We'll step out for a break. We come back. We'll get you ready for the second half of action as we continue our coverage here on Kool TV.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Soom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
Back here in Cannonsburg as we get you set for the second half of action with Russell in front of Boyd County 1-0. 35th minute goal from Emma Stamper, the deciding factor in this one at the moment. Boyd County volleyball winners tonight on senior night, defeating Martin County 3-0. In our earlier match this evening, it was Russell coming from behind 2-0 at the half to win 3-2 behind 3 second-half goals from Briley Mullins. He tied the game in a matter of 2 minutes, a 53rd minute goal, followed by a 55th minute goal. And then about 9 minutes later, decided the game with a final kick. And Russell was able to hang on to win it 3-2. So what that decided was Russell will be the home team when those two teams play, as both fell to Ashland in their regular season matchup. So Ashland is the 1 seed. So they're guaranteed a trip into the regional tournament. Again, regional tournament for the boys and girls this year at East Carter. Again, the way that it all comes out of the draw is what happens. As you get two teams that'll get a bye into the semifinals, and then everybody else will play just like you do in a normal regional tournament. Winners will play a loser, but depending on how your draw goes out from there. And then you play, once you play down from that point, it's the rest of the way, it's just win or go home. So those games will play mid-October. Regional volleyball tournament will play this year at Raceland, and it's the final week of October. Typically, the format they play on that is they'll do opening round matchups on Monday and Tuesday, semifinals on Wednesday, and then championship on Thursday. Again, trying to get everything finished up before you get into football Friday night, because that Friday night is the final Friday night of the regular season. So more at Burnside at midfield. They'll have possession to start things off here in the second half. Down 1-0. Talk about a duo that have been phenomenal in their time here in Cannonsburg. Burnside going over 100 goals in their career. I would have to think Moore is probably somewhere near that mark in assists. 21 of them on the season with 11 goals to back that up. Off we go with the second half. Burnside has been kept in check for most of this first half. A nice little touch there with her and Moore. And all it turns into is a big ball that goes to the other end. This one will roll through the top of the 18, and sophomore keeper of Emily Bush will send it downfield. Trying to get to it was Reagan Smith, but she couldn't run it down. It'll be a throw in for Russell. Lainey Hensley. Here's Stamper. Boyd wins it, but then turns it back out toward midfield, and it's turned right over. Trying to get it to Stamper. Burnside takes it away, though. Burnside mounting, going up the middle. Plays it ahead off to Henderson. She was off, but no whistle. She was off by about 3 yards. There's a ball left for dead at midfield, and Boyd County a little bit tardy getting to it. Now Savannah Henderson trying to turn it away, as this one will be sent out toward Bush in the goal. Rain has subsided for the moment at least, as we've been off and on rain throughout the evening. Heavy rains in the first half of this game. We saw much of the same in the second half of the boys' game. Here's Burnside. Moore trying to play out ahead. She'll give her a nice little touch. Moore has a step down this near sideline, trying to get it down toward the 18. Moore gives it a left foot swing and bends it behind the net, though. A good idea there by Aubrey, and a good build by Boyd County as Burnside left her a great ball that she could run out into space and just keep moving with it, and she dribbled with it nicely to get the corner. She was really hoping off that left-footed kick to get a little bit more bend back over across the top of the 6, but it didn't move the way she wanted it to. Williams will touch it off, bringing it near side. They'll push it out ahead. Here's Stamper. Trying to get across the top of the 18, and it's defended nicely on the backside by Viv Allen. They'll throw in Russell on the near side for Emma Stamper. Nope, they're going to say it went across the inline, so this is going to be a corner kick. Good ball by Russell. This one was turned loose, and I believe we're going to get an own goal. So an own goal.
Russell.
Makes it 2-0. That's one of the tough spots there when you have a ball that plays in and it just catches the backside of a defender. And in the process of doing so, it caroms away from you and goes the wrong direction. And that's exactly what happened right there. Gracie Crow set to check in for Boyd County in the next stoppage. Berg drops it into Henderson. Henderson sends that one up into the stands. And took one hop and all the way to the top row. That one almost went out of the stadium. Good ball up the middle, but nobody there for Russell. Russell throw in right in front of the Boyd County bench. Laney Hensley. There's Howard, plays it back into the middle, trying to find it at the feet of Irvin. And Boyd County takes it away. They get it out toward Burnside. Burnside lost it off her feet, battles for position with Irvin in all kinds of traffic, just turns it downfield, but right at the feet of Gabby Williams. 2-0 Boyd. An own goal here early in the second half off a corner kick from Russell. But the Red Devils in front too. So a foul on Russell will give Boyd County a free kick coming up. That should come back about the 45-yard line. As Moore will drop it back to her teammate. And let's see if Burnside, actually, they're going to put her all the way back across the 50. Let's see if this is going to be a ball that Faith's just going to give it a ride. You're trying to make sure you keep everybody on side and get something off the back side of it. And try to touch it back to her. And then she's got 3 players on her, and one comes in from behind and swipes it away. Perkins with a good ball down the near side. But Henderson, unfortunately, was pulled to the middle of the field. Boyd County, again, when they have the goalie pulled, they've got to push up. When you're forcing the goalie to give it up, you got to push up. So when she makes those types of passes, there's somebody there to try to take it away, and you got an empty net. When you're up, you're down 2-0, everything's got to be up. You have to force the issue. Again, it doesn't matter if you give up 3-4 more goals if you don't score one. And it's so demoralizing, too, on a game when you get stuck having to play defense the entire game. And you have to do so much. Here's a nice ball down inside. Burnside and Burke had a 1-2 punch going, and it was going to be a nice leave and probably a 1v1. But the flag comes up from the far side, and they get Boyd County offsides. But back to the point I was making is when you get stuck playing defense the entire game, when a team just stays up on the attack for so much. Here's a good ball across the top of the 6 by Burnside. It was a diving save attempt there by Williams. And Boyd's going to get a corner out of this one. First, a pair of subs. Rogoski in, and Gracie Crow will make her first stop tonight. Maddie Stevens coming off. Eden Henderson also coming off. Moore with a left-footed kick. And I don't think we were ready for play. So they'll swing this one again. This one's punched away. Ball inside, and what a missed opportunity there by Boyd. Look at this. Boyd missed a grand opportunity here. Just could not find a way to put it in frame. We say 2-0 Russell. Burnside onto the toss in. Drops it at Moore. With the drop to Burke. Pressure from behind. Stamper takes it off her feet. She'll just boom it out of bounds. It'll be another throw in for the Lions. Big throw from Savannah Henderson. First time we've seen that tonight. And Russell, after all of that time right there, wins possession and makes a nice run up the near side. Here's Emma Stamper. Playing it down inside the 18. A good ball. Bush comes off her line and makes the save. Making a run up this near side now is Haley Daniels. Fires it across the top of the 6, and it's turned away off that back line. Daniels finds the drop. Boyd fighting for position now as Burnside plays up high. And it's lost out of bounds off of Daniels' feet, and it's back to Boyd County on a throw-in. Two 2-0 Boyd here. Getting late in the second half. Boyd missing a grand opportunity some 3 minutes ago on a ball when Williams had made a diving attempt. And the ball was just bouncing in front of the net, and the Lions couldn't punch it through. Here's Moore bringing it near side to Burnside. A good ball. Burnside with nobody around her for the moment. Chips this one ahead. She's got a player out in front. Williams knocks this one down. Trying to get out there was Crow. And now Burnside pushes it through. Williams backpedaling, trying to run it down, and will so. What a moment there for Boyd. As Williams turned it upfield, it was intercepted by Burnside, and she needed just about another half step on it. A dangerous moment there, but we stay 2-0. A lot of contact on the far side there by Kraft and Irvin. Irvin brings it down out top of the 6. They had Bush pulled away from the goal, but Boyd County defends it nicely on the back post. Here's Viv Allen. Now Russell with the interception. Back out top. Stamper trying to settle. And that's a handball going the other way. It jumped right off the turf and caught her as it came back up. So Boyd will get a free kick from that spot. Now Crow trying to build on that right edge. Boyd trying to force that interception with Williams pulled off of her line to take another shot toward net. Russell making that push up that far line, looking back toward the top of the 18. Cheyenne Burke booms this one back to midfield. That should have been a handball right there, as that one came off the turf and got the hand of Addison Conley, but we play on. Out ahead, Burnside. Burnside a 1v1 as she comes to the left side with a chip shot and puts it into the net. What a shot by Faith Burnside as she goes top shelf, and it's 2-1. Just outside the 18 as she beats the goalie. And Boyd breaks through here as Burnside hits her 38th goal of the season. .24-32 to play here in regulation. So the 56th minute goal. My clock was started, by the way. They're going to make an adjustment on the clock because they did not get the clock started properly. And again, the official clock is kept by the referee in the middle. They keep looking at me. I'm not running your freaking clock. I'm sorry. I run my own clock. It's the guys over there that's running your clock. So 24-13. And we go back underway. Here's Moore. Plays it ahead, out to Burnside. Burnside had a chance there in the middle. A perfect ball by Aubrey to play it up. And a free kick coming up for Boyd County. Burnside has plenty of leg here to give this one a ride, to get it down through it. Again, you don't want to put too much on it because you got players that's playing all the way up to 20. Fires this one through near side, though. Williams will let that one roll out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming up. I need to fix the scoreboard. There we go, 2-1. Boyd County's going to try to bring some pressure up now. Moore was there for a moment. Cheyenne Burke sends this one into the skylights. Finds its way back to a Russell feet. Good ball near side. As Chloe Ferguson, in her first action, sends this one across the top of the 6. And almost a dangerous moment there as that one leaked through and nearly ended up in a goal. Emily Bush was on her game there. A nice save there by the goalkeeper. Keep it at a 1-goal deficit. Stamper goal was our only score we had in the first half. That was 1-0. And now some pushing and shoving on the far sideline. Russell plays it off quickly. An own goal off a corner kick from Russell that hit off the back of a Boyd County player and went through, made it 2-0. And then Faith Burnside in the 56th minute got Boyd County on the board. Now Burnside with a head of steam. Running like Sonic the Hedgehog. Chips it ahead. Down the middle of the field. Nobody there, though. Crow was there. It was a good idea, just a little bit tardy to the idea that Burnside had put together. That's the kind of balls that Boyd County has to mount with. Something that can get out in front, get people crashing toward the goal. And with Williams playing off the line, try to find something to beat her with out top. Rain has started to fall again as I see the umbrellas start to pop back up. Ball coming near side. Back out on the run again is Ferguson. And it'll be a corner kick coming up for Russell. Here's Stamper. Lifts this one high and a nice grab there by Emily Bush. Approaching the halfway point of the second half as Bush sends us an over top of the head of Faith Burnside into the Russell bench. 20 minutes to go. Nice job, Viv Allen, there to take that one away. A little too heavy on the touch there toward Aubrey Moore. Now Kraft off that back line, starts a run. Looking toward ahead, looking out toward Burnside. It was intercepted. Knocked down, then Crow was there trying to play it ahead, but there was nobody out in front. Yeah, we got a player for Russell off sides on the far side. You can see her holding her hands up. Trying to check the number. It's hard to see the numbers they wear. Pair of subs for Boyd County waiting to check in. Maddie Stevens and Bella Trimble. Here's Crow. Works it across midfield. Nobody there, though. She's working it nicely and just basically trying to play it out, and there was nobody home. Viv Allen stepped to and took that one away, but loses it out of bounds. Russell throw in. Chloe Ferguson, sophomore, dumps it in. Nice job, Williams, playing that one in right on the sideline. Again, in soccer, the entire ball has to go out of bounds. If any part of the ball is over the line, it's still in play. And Russell, 10 of its 11 players across midfield, and it's been like that most of the night. They've had their goalkeeper somewhere between 20 and 25 yards away from the box most of the night as well. All right, subs coming off for Boyd as Stevens and Trimble return. Henderson jogs off, and Crow's going to come off. Second match of the night here on the pitch in Cannonsburg. Russell Boys winning it in the second half, 3-2, after trailing 2-0 at the half. It was 1-0 Russell here in this one at the half. They got a goal to open up the second half on an own goal by Boyd County. And then Faith Burnside in the 56th minute punched in her 38th goal of the season to make it 2-1. Russell thought it had the foul in the box, and instead it was a foul against Russell. And Russell's coach is just standing here with his hands up. And we're going to get stoppage. That's Ava Barker. I was pleading her case there with the official, but to no avail. Here's a big ball that comes near side. There's two black jerseys out in front. They'll drop it off to Williams, and she'll send it all the way back across midfield. Grand idea there by Boyd, just could not execute it all the way through. It's balls like that that they need to make a run with. That should be black ball. That should be Boyd County balls. The Boo Birds bring down. Either way, Boyd County wins it back off the back line to Lauren Kraft. Irvin touches it out of bounds. Throw in Boyd. Approaching 15 to play in the contest. And winner of this game is your 1 seed. They are guaranteed a place in the 16th region tournament. The loser will play Ashland. That's a winner-go-home game in the opening round of the district. Again, a 3-team district, and you've got 3 teams that could easily go make some noise in the regional tournament. Burnside, one on for the moment. Trying to get the edge. Turns it back down inside. Williams loses it. Trying to get theirs. Trimble. And Williams will run it down. Take a look at this on our Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Good ball there by Burnside. Williams, again, those wet mitts. And a great job there taking the angle to not allow Trimble to get a foot to it. And then a great show of sportsmanship on the backside there after they got tangled up and both went to the ground. Makes me certain that she's good and everybody plays on. Here's a good through ball out ahead to Emma Stamper. Stamper down inside the 18, fires it into the net and connects. Stamper's second goal of the night makes it 3-1. The 66th minute. Here's Burnside. Booms this one toward the net, but it's well left and wide of the frame. So the 3 goals scored by Russell tonight are the most given up by Boyd since losing 3-0 in the semi-state round of the Kentucky 2A to Bourbon County. And it's only the second time this year they've given up that many goals. Only 2 losses for the Lions on the season. Here's Moore. Working right in front of her bench, battling with Ferguson. And too much hand contact there with Ferguson, and now we get a whistle and a stoppage. And they're going to bring the assistant coach for Boyd to the side. I did not see a card go up, so we go back underway. Good ball down in the box. It's loose. But unfortunately for Boyd County, it was a Russell player that knocked it loose, and there was no black jerseys there. Now Burnside trying to work out top. Sends this one to the goal. It's off the mitts on a diving save there by Williams. But Boyd County will come out of there with a corner kick with it as we go inside of 13 to play. There's Rogotsky and Crow returning for Boyd. Maddie Stevens comes off, and Bella Trimble will check out. Moore plays this one down in the box. It's turned out. Russell will clear. Big ball down into the box. Trying to make a run there was Gracie Crow, but Williams will get the mitts to it before she can get there. There's Reagan Smith with a good run up that far sideline, trying to get it down to the 18. Pressure from behind there by Shelby Campbell, but a nice run there by Reagan. Working in that far corner. And Russell clears it out of there. Now Viv Allen takes it away. Allen looking toward Burnside. Russell takes it away. Here's Kraft working on that back line. She just got shoved with two hands. So a free kick coming up for Burnside and the Lions. And that one's wide left of the frame. 11 to play in regulation. 3-1 Russell. 2 goals for the Red Devils here in the second half. 1 for Boyd. The Lions have some major catching up to do here in this final 11. Trying to avoid only their 3rd loss of the season while trying to hand Russell only their 2nd loss of the season. And that first loss came on August 11th. Their first game of the season to Woodford County. Russell trying to play it up. Knifing her way through the defense is Ava Barker. Smith takes it away on the backside. Allen just turns it to the far sideline and swings it out of bounds, though. Russell possessed in their offensive half probably 85% of the first half. And finally got one to go through. And it was just one of those balls you just keep staying up, and it finally went home where it needed to go. And then the big deciding factor came when Boyd had made it 2-1, and then Russell answered back. And you get it back to a two-goal lead. And again, it's not insurmountable, but the way that Russell has played offensively, they have been up pressing the entire match. They've had 10 players on their half of the offensive side. Really putting the Boyd County defense on its heels much of the game. And they've stood tall for a lot of the times. Just a few breakdowns that's changed the outcome of where this game stands. Elise Perkins battling on that in line, working against Ferguson, and it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Russell. And this is something that they've had, I would be safe to say, they've had double-digit corner kicks here in this match. Left-footed kick that goes off the back of Burnside out of bounds, and we'll try it again. Inside of 9 to play. Boyd with one final home game to come up next Tuesday night against Cabell Midland. 6:30 first kick. I'll be with you beginning at 6:20 for pregame coverage. Booming kick goes to the back post. Irvin has it taken away. Burnside trying to beat her to the punch. Here's Ferguson. They play it back to her in the corner, and it's too much. But right there is Emma Stamper. Stamper chips this one across the face of the 6. And a good ball on the back post that nearly found its way home. But it'll be a goal kick coming up for Boyd. I don't know what somebody is eating, but there is something that smells so stinking good. Smells like somebody's got a big plate of pasta somewhere. Push from behind. We'll go the other way. Aubrey Moore, good ball coming near side, looking for Burnside, but right there to swat it away was Irvin. Irvin trying to play a through ball. It was defended nicely. Too heavy on the touch as that one's across the end line. Goal kick. Here's Ferguson. Stamper with the left foot. Send that one wide. She was a little bit as she spun that left-footed kick. It kind of, you get that cross cut to it. And for think of a lefty golfer, it creates a slice. It would be a draw for a right-hander. But that left end out creates that side spin on that ball that turned that thing the opposite direction she wanted it to go. Time not on the side of Boyd County at the moment. Good save in the net there by Emily Bush. As Irvin gave it a ride. Another ball toward Bush. That one's left of the upright. And a goal kick coming up. Again, Boyd County has to get it and go quickly. Lauren Kraft in that back line there. Tries to play it out to the far sideline. This is something that Russell has done much of the night, as Boyd County goal kicks have not traveled the distance that they need to go, and Russell has intercepted a lot of those. Gracie Crow trying to beat her defender to the punch, could not get there, and Russell will maintain possession at midfield. Now Reagan Smith. Henderson steps two. Looking out near side to Burnside. But Burnside was sandwiched between two Russell defenders. Here's a ball out in front, but too stiff. Crow was there, but was a little bit too high on the hop as it got to Williams. Throw in Boyd County on the far side. Inside of 5 to play. Ferguson loses this on a bounce. Throw in Burnside and the Lions. Drops it off to her fellow senior, Aubrey Moore. He tried to turn it right back to her, but sends that one out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Red Devils. Russell being patient with it, working in the backfield. Now they'll turn it upfield, try to play a through ball out to Stamper. Stamper with a step, but she gets chased down from behind by Kraft, who turns that one to the near sideline. Nice job there by Lauren Kraft. So we go inside of 4 minutes to go. It'll be a throw-in for Russell. And the sophomore, Chloe Ferguson, will toss it in. Drops it into the feet of Emma Stamper. Parker working with it, trying to take it across the top of the 18 and bend it down that left side. It was turned over. Boyd County sent it downfield, but nobody there but the back line of the Red Devils. 3 minutes to play in regulation. Again, the number 1 seed in the district tournament and an automatic bid to the regional tournament on the line right now. Both teams 1-1 in the district with wins over Ashland. Here's Burnside. Gets a step, comes around the near side, pulls the trigger, fires it across the top of the 6, but it goes all the way through and will roll across the end line, and will be a goal kick coming up. Russell trying to make it a clean sweep here tonight in Cannonsburg. Boys victorious tonight 3-2. In come from behind fashion, they were down 2-0 at the half. Here's Stamper trying to play a through ball out ahead. Really good ball. And Emily Bush with another diving save. It's out of 2 to go. Bagby working with it, drops it out to Irvin out top. Amanda Henderson knocks that one down, then Boyd turns it away. Back out toward Crow. Boyd throw in as we get to the final minute. Williams lets that one settle and then grabs the mitts with it. And we get a handball there. And John Perry still 30 seconds away and up 2-0 or 2 goals. And now they change the call. It's one thing you get with John Perry is he never stops. He's always after the officials. He gets after them. He is very energetic. But that's going to take us to our final here tonight, as the final score in this one is Russell 3, Boyd County 1. Again, goals by Stamper in the 35th and 66th minute. An own goal by Boyd County gave Russell its second goal of the night. And then Faith Burnside collects the only goal for the Lions tonight in the 56th minute in the losing effort. With the win, Russell is the 1 seed in the 63rd District Tournament. They moved to 10-1-3 on the year. Boyd County snaps a 3-game winning streak back on the backside of the tie that they had with Minford this past weekend. They fall to 9-3-2. That's it for tonight. Big thanks to everyone for tuning in on both of the games. For Felicia Collier, I'm James Collier saying so long. We'll talk to you next time right here on Kool TV.
Thank you for watching another Boyd County Lions soccer broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Boyd County Soccer has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV.